There was a moment in history when Europe nearly vanished. Not in war, not in fire, but in silence. Between 1347 and 1351, the Black Death erased up to 60% of Europe's population, nearly 50 million lives. Entire cities emptied, fields went untouched, bells stopped ringing. Florence fell from 120,000 people to barely 50,000 survivors. Civilization didn't collapse overnight. It froze. And while the world stood still, something unexpected survived. Gradually, hidden behind monastery walls and forgotten libraries, ancient knowledge waited. Greek philosophy, Roman engineering, mathematical truths written centuries earlier. After the plague, survivors searched for meaning, and they found it in old ideas. By the 1300s, one city reached for them before all others: Florence. Merchants grew rich from trade. Families like the Medici turned wealth into opportunity. Gold no longer built only power, it built possibility. And from these quiet rooms, the Renaissance began. In 1452, a child was born in Vinci, Italy, Leonardo da Vinci. He would leave behind more than 7,000 pages of ideas, anatomy sketches, machines, even designs for flight. Around 1503, he began painting the Mona Lisa, a portrait studied more than any other in history. But this was larger than art. Artists measured beauty using geometry. Perspective turned flat walls into living worlds. By 1436, Florence crowned itself with Brunelleschi's dome, built using over 4 million bricks without modern scaffolding. Then came the printing press. Around 1440, Gutenberg's invention shattered the limits of knowledge. By 1500, more than 20 million books flooded Europe. Ideas could no longer be controlled, they could only spread. For over 1,400 years, humanity believed Earth sat at the center of everything. In 1543, Copernicus quietly said otherwise. The sun, not Earth, was the center. In 1609, Galileo built a telescope to prove it. What he saw changed history forever. Mountains on the moon, moons orbiting Jupiter. The universe was no longer perfect or small. Humanism spread through universities, literacy rose, education expanded beyond the elite. For the first time, truth came from observation, not tradition. The Renaissance was no longer a cultural movement, it was a mental revolution. By the 1600s, Europe was transformed. Art showed emotion, science demanded proof, music embraced harmony. Ideas traveled faster than armies across borders, languages, and generations. The Renaissance didn't arrive as a miracle. It was built by survivors who chose curiosity over fear. It was not just the rebirth of art, it was the rebirth of thinking itself. And the modern world was born from that choice.